Hello, everyone, dear viewers of the channel. I am Helena, the Guardian of Secrets, a researcher of mystical phenomena, and here with me is Vadim, a historian interested in folk culture.
And together, we delve into the rich, often enigmatic tapestry of Ukrainian folklore.
Today, Vadim, we're venturing into a realm that touches the very core of the Ukrainian spirit, the legends of dead Cossacks returning from the afterlife. These aren't just ghost stories. They are tales steeped in courage, sacrifice, and an undying love for our land.
Indeed, Helena. The Cossacks, as you know, hold a unique place in our history, not just as warriors, but as symbols of freedom and resistance. But the idea of them returning from the dead, that's where my historian's brain starts to look for the empirical evidence. What precisely are these legends describing? Are we talking about spectral cavalry or more metaphorical reappearances?
It's never just one thing, Vadim, and that's the beauty of it. These legends speak of Cossacks whose souls are so deeply intertwined with Ukraine that even death cannot sever the bond. They might return as ethereal horsemen galloping across the steppe on moonless nights, their hooves unheard, their presence marked by a sudden chill or a shift in the wind. Sometimes they appear as silent guardians, figures seen in the periphery of vision near ancient burial mounds, especially when the homeland is in peril. Their purpose is always to protect, to warn, or sometimes to fulfill an oath left unkept.
So, a spiritual manifestation of eternal vigilance. From a historical perspective, one could argue that such legends served a critical function during times of oppression or war. When a people are fighting for survival, the belief that their ancestors, their greatest heroes, are still watching over them, perhaps even intervening, would be an immense psychological boost. It's a way of immortalizing their legacy and instilling hope.
Precisely, but it's more than just psychology. Think of the battlefields where so many Cossacks fell, where their blood soaked the earth. Our ancestors believed that places of intense suffering or great deeds retain an energy, a resonance. A truly sacred site or a place of great sacrifice can become a thin veil between worlds. I've heard countless accounts from older villagers near Hortitsa, for instance, of a sudden, inexplicable smell of gunpowder and horses during times of national crisis, even centuries later. They call it the breath of the dead Cossacks, a warning or a sign that the ancestral spirit is stirring.
The smell of gunpowder and horses? That's quite vivid. While I appreciate the imagery, Helena, it's worth noting that strong emotional associations can lead to pareidolia, where the brain perceives patterns or sensations that aren't objectively present. Or perhaps atmospheric conditions and local flora could combine to create unusual odors that people then interpret through the lens of their cultural memory, especially if they are already primed to expect such a phenomenon.
But what about the stories of Cossack burial mounds, the kurgans, that are said to pulse with light on certain nights, particularly on the eve of important battles? Or the tales of their spirits riding along Ukrainian defenders, giving them strength they didn't know they possessed? There are specific rituals, too, like leaving a cup of horilka and a slice of bread near an ancient Cossack grave to honor them, believing it strengthens their spiritual presence and encourages their protection.
Those rituals are fascinating and absolutely crucial to understanding folk culture. The practice of offerings is almost universal across ancient belief systems, a way of maintaining a relationship with the ancestors, ensuring their favor, and reinforcing communal identity. The light on the kurgans could, for a rationalist, be explained by various natural phenomena, perhaps even bioluminescent fungi in the soil, or ignis fatuus, will-o'-the-wisps, from marsh gases often found near such historical sites. However, the meaning ascribed to these events, the belief that it is the Cossack spirit light, is what truly matters culturally. It transforms a natural occurrence into a sacred omen.
Exactly. It is the meaning that makes these stories live, that allows them to echo through generations. It's the belief that our heroes, our protectors, never truly leave us, that they are intrinsically linked to the fate of Ukraine. This isn't just about comforting tales. It's a deep spiritual pact between the living and the dead, ensuring the continuity of our nation's soul. When we speak of resilience, we're not just speaking of the living. We're invoking the spirit of those who came before.
And that's where the power of these legends truly lies. They embody the unconquerable spirit of the Ukrainian people. They remind us that even in the face of insurmountable odds, there is an enduring legacy of courage and defiance. From a historical standpoint, these myths likely arose during periods of intense national struggle, providing both a narrative framework for understanding suffering and a powerful motivator for resistance. They transform historical figures into archetypal guardians, allowing their influence to transcend their mortal lives.
So while you seek the scientific explanation for the smell of gunpowder, I feel the chill that accompanies it and understand it as a message from the past. It's that blend of logic and intuition that keeps these stories alive and relevant. It shows that our history isn't just facts and dates. It's a living, breathing entity woven with magic and spirit.
And the beauty of our discussion, Helena, is that we can appreciate both perspectives. We can acknowledge the historical and psychological underpinnings that give rise to such profound beliefs, while also respecting the very real cultural and emotional impact these stories have on people. The returning Cossack isn't just a ghost. He's a symbol of eternal struggle for freedom, a reminder that the spirit of Ukraine is indomitable.
A double conclusion then, a magical manifestation of enduring spirit and a cultural symbol of our nation's unbreakable will. Thank you for joining us on this journey into Ukraine's mystical past. If you're as fascinated as we are, please remember to hit that subscribe button and leave us a comment below.
And share your own local legends of ancestral spirits and their protective power. We love hearing your stories.
Until next time, may the ancient spirits of our land watch over you.
Do take care.